Buenos dias. This is Kaypacha with the weekly Pele-report. This is the Pele-report for January 6th of 2015. The first one of the year. It's a windy day down here in Costa Rica. This is another backyard Pele-report because there's just too much going on. This is actually like a week of recovery that's happening around here. I just got back from the playa and the madness and everything. It's been really an intense New Year's. I know if you're listening to this report, you're sensitive enough to have felt the energy that is going on now. That Sun conjunct Pluto last Saturday with the Mars opposite Jupiter. I talked about it in the report. It has been an extremely intense holiday season. Whoa, baby. There are no, and we got that full moon happening yesterday, on Monday, creating that Grand Cross. I talked about it last week. And I just want to get this sense of, I want to give you this sense of that we have gone through a Sun conjunct Pluto experience. This is what a Sun conjunct Pluto experience is like. Going from the light of day down into the depths of the deep, dark, leaving the light behind and coming into that cave. And now, guess what? It's over. It's done. It's time to re-emerge. We are now coming out of that Sun-Pluto conjunction, that full moon, that deep intensity. And not to say that it's over yet. I'm going to talk more about what's going on here. It's still going on for quite some time. The Uranus square Pluto is in effect until April, really. But in the meantime, this week there are not a lot of specific, direct, exact aspects. The moon is in Leo now, and it's going to oppose Mercury and Venus today, Tuesday, and then it moves on into Virgo on Thursday, coming into finally the third quarter square is going to be with the moon in late Libra around 23 degrees or so, the sun over there in Capricorn. That is happening, on Monday midnight, Tuesday, depends on where on planet Earth you are. It's around 1 o'clock in the morning in Costa Rica. So we have that moon traveling through those signs. And finally, before I just talk about the bigger, broader picture, Mars leaves Aquarius and goes into Pisces next Monday. So Mercury and Venus and Mars are all right now in Aquarius, with opposite to that Jupiter in Leo, and Mars is going to move out of there into Pisces. That's that's the big shift. And I'm going to find a little spot here and talk about it. Okay, well, there's a couple of things to talk about here today. And it's almost as if there are two different realities going on simultaneously. And I'm going to see if I can explain these clearly, the way that I see them, the way that the astrology looks at them. We have what's going on that full moon yesterday. Okay, the Pluto-Uranus square, squaring the moon's nodes, this grand cross in the cardinal signs. Action-oriented, result-oriented, goal-oriented, security-oriented, ego-oriented. I told you you had choices to make, and this is like this big time of, like business, and is it going to happen or not, and is the money coming through, and are my plans going to be realized, and I've got to like do this and do that and do the other thing, and it's just been like really intensely heavy. And part of the thing about that, and part of the square, part of this tension, particularly with Uranus, surprises, unexpected events. This can be speed ups and slow downs, but one way or the other, our schedules, which we tend to like hold on to for a sense of security, predictability, you know, like, okay, I thought this was going to come then, and I thought then after that I was going to do this, and and what I thought, and the plans that I had, and but there's been like delays, hold-ups, hold back, and there's, you know, and it's just been like, what is going on? And then we can begin to doubt our plans, doubt ourselves, doubt our, you know, if we're in the flow, if we're fighting the flow, what should I do? We can go into panic mode, okay, with these kind of aspects going on. Now this Mars opposite Jupiter just wants to like go, make it happen, see it happen like overnight, automatically, bam. So this is like this cardinal cross, this tension that's been going on, and it's going to continue, like I said, for the next couple of months, but really peaking around the middle of January, when Pluto comes into exactly square the moon's nodes. From the 15th to the 20th of January, we're really kind of building up, yeah, even more, coming closer to this intersection or the crossroads of our lives. So it's no accident, and it's very interesting to note that at the same time, this cardinal cross, Uranus square Pluto, moon's nodes, all this kind of stuff going on, right? On the surface of things, we could say, there's also behind the scenes, underneath that, Chiron, Neptune in Pisces, squaring Saturn that just came into Sagittarius, which is squaring Black Moon Lilith over here in Virgo. And this is kind of, this T-square going on with Black Moon Lilith, Neptune, and Saturn is a horse of a completely different color. This is in the mutable signs, okay? And these are underworld characters, okay? Neptune is the collective unconscious, yeah? Black Moon Lilith is our inner shadow of our rejected self. These two in opposition, and that opposition builds over the next couple of weeks. She only moves like 3 degrees a month, so it's all the month, the whole month of January. Black Moon Lilith is opposite Neptune. I can go into that maybe in my community longer video. I'll go into this Black Moon Lilith Neptune thing this month. And then squaring Saturn. Saturn goes up. It doesn't exactly square Neptune until like November of this year, but it comes up to, you know, within a degree or so by March. So underneath this undertow, this undercurrent, is a deep healing of the collective unconscious. And that collective unconscious has been wounded through the patriarchy, through thousands of years of religious conditioning, through thousands of years of suppressing our natural spirit, instinctive, animal, true, mother, feminine, inner self, in order to be or achieve some kind of external heaven or outside reward, through the denial and oppression. Saturn, this is, you know, Saturn is Neptune. This is all like so self-denying, so ego-denying, so, you know, inwardly feminine denying. It's very interesting. And so we're coming from a place of feeling very separated from Source, feeling very unholy, immoral, unethical, guilty, ashamed of ourselves. There's underneath, I'm saying, this is like Pandora's box of the collective unconscious. And this underlying stuff, it's really something. Because what we can be doing now, and what I think the universe is doing, forcing us in a way, pushing our butts, putting our nose to the smell the nasty stuff, man. It's like, here, don't, look at this. When we get delays and we get hindrances and we get obstacles, sometimes it's not that we're doing something wrong or that we have to try harder or work more or push or this, that, or the other thing. We need to flow. And we need to believe and trust in Mother Nature, in life herself, that this is a time, that we're not getting what we want when we thought we wanted it or how the schedule was, blah, 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 because it's time to feel. And not be distracted by all of our doing and all of our iPads and our emails and our businesses and our da-da-da-da-da-da-da, that there is a lot of deep shit going on now that needs to surface, that needs to be felt, that needs to be released. And it's not comfortable. And it's not easy to look at. And it's like we don't want to feel it. So this is a real time where the buzz is on, and part of the stress is this unconscious, subconscious psyche. It's really fear that says, oh no, man, I got to get that going, I got to get this going, I got to get this business, I got to get this money, I got to get this happening, I got to keep all my distractions happening that keep me out of my center, because my center, in my center is my wound that wants to be felt, that needs to be felt right now. So we can all be grasping for one addiction or one distraction or one movie or one project or one business or one orgasm or one something to pull us out of really going into the grief, the loss, the humanness. We're like changing seasons. We're changing ages. And changing ages means really letting go of our ancestors' stuff. Old DNA programs from thousands of years. It's like, this is big medicine. This is big work going on. And somebody's got to do it. I just want to encourage ceremony and earth and fire and working with the elements of water, fire, earth, and air. Do your incense, do your aromatherapy, do your crystal healing, do your, crystal bowls. Sit out in nature, sit in the mountain, watch. It's really, somebody's got to be kind of holding the core here. Somebody has to be the elders here. We can't all just like be going off and, oh, Happy New Year parties and, balloons and, in some ways this age of Aquarius can be pretty distracting. Let's not forget, our minds go at 100 miles an hour and our emotions go at 5 miles an hour. And when we're lost in our heads, we're wanting to move and go faster, 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 more, 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 more. I'm addicted to stimulation. And when I don't get stimulated enough, I start to feel some of these slower, deeper emotions that come up to the surface. And it's like, give me more, give me more, give me more, give me more, give me more stimulation, get me back in my head again. But once we let go of some of those thoughts, of some of those addictions, of some of those plans, of some of those needs, we can get into a deeper center, core, power, kundalini, root, force, energy. Black Moon Lilith in Virgo is the integrated, powerful medicine woman. And we can really, when we get into this place, we are the eye of the tornado. We are the eye of the storm. We are in our center. We are in our core. And we are not overwhelmed. And we are not afraid. And we are not freaking out. And we are not stressed. So this is a time, these next couple of months, the Black Moon, Lilith, Saturn, Neptune are calling us in, calling us down into the dark inner world of the feminine feeling nature. And our society and our military and our newspapers and our computer corporations and our news agencies are all wanting us to stay busy, occupied, lost, overwhelmed, freaked out. So it's like, and it's all a fucking illusion. Don't get lost in the illusion of all the action. Oh man, wow. It all sounds so serious. So, the mantra for today then is, sometimes, shit, you know, I got so much going on I can't even remember my own frickin' mantra, man. Sometimes when I feel I need to fix this or that, it's really trust in spirit I lack. I'm going to change the feel to think. Yeah. Sometimes when I think I need to fix this or that, it's really trust in spirit that I lack. You know what I'm saying? Our ego, our thinking is a slave, a tool, an instrument of our ego. And our ego lives in separation from spirit and exclusion and survival mode. And like, I need to like survive and protect myself, and I need to fix and control and establish and form and, you know, judge and blah, blah, blah. I need to do, the ego and the mind and the thinking is all about fixing and straightening and ordering and scheduling and completing and blah, 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 blah. And sometimes, I'm not saying all the time, but sometimes we can get into this space, you know, and think, delude ourselves, fool ourselves into thinking, oh yeah, this is real, and this is a real threat, or this is a real catastrophe, or this is a real disaster, when in fact, dude, give me a break. It's not. It's actually our fear, it's our ego that is afraid of losing. Our spirit is eternal, and our soul is connected to all that is. When we get in our core and we get in our center and we get in our feelings and we trust, not just some external spirit or, you know, guru, teacher, God, goddess out there. No, when you're in your center and when you're in your core, you trust yourself. And then that is the source of relaxation. Trusting in yourself that you are connected. When I feel connected and when I feel in my core and in my center, I trust myself, I trust that I'm a part of spirit, and I trust that life is good for me, is supporting me, and everything that happens is just right according to my soul plan. I hope I'm saying this right. Jesus, it's kind of bizarre. Sometimes when I think I need to fix this or that. It's really trust in spirit I lack. Namaste, aloha, have a good week with so much love.